Christians, my friend here asked the question, if the angels that sinned are bound in chains in Tartarus, then how is it that they are manifesting in humans as malevolent spirits such as Legion? Well, first off, the angels that sinned, the 1/3 of those angels that sinned, they are bound in chains in Tartarus. And you say, well, how is it then that they are manifesting in humans? Because you misunderstand what the nature of their binding really is. You, like so many other people who are strict literalists, especially where you should not be, you miss the whole point. Angels and demons cannot be bound with literal chains because they are not literal beings. They are spiritual beings. So the chains that bind them must also be spiritual. The prisons that they are in must also be spiritual. And what does a prison do? A prison limits your ability to act and move and to do those things which you ought not to do, or which you are not allowed to do. So when the Bible teaches us that Satan or demons are bound or imprisoned or chained, it is not saying that they cannot move. It says they are restricted and prohibited from achieving the successes as evil beings to do what they'd like to do. They are bound by circumstances. They are restricted. For instance, ever since Christ came, because you mentioned that how were the demons manifesting themselves as malevolent spirits in humans? And we see that this was going on up until the time Christ came, at which time Christ was casting out demons, showing therefore that he is vanquishing their works and their deeds. But after Christ ascended to heaven, you see no more record anywhere in the New Testament that I can recall that a demon was ever required to be cast out. You see, what we have is being told, for instance, like in James 4, resist the devil and he shall flee. We also see that the primary goal for demons is to deceive the nations. But when Christ came and vanquished Satan at the cross, the nations were no longer deceived. In other words, the gospel was embraced outside of Palestine by nations in other tongues, other creeds, and of other ethnicities. Be provoked and be persuaded.